These waves won't hold me down. All that
A month ago, I was exposed to COVID-19 myself, and I had no clue.
I got rise.
I just had to thank God when a lady from the CDC called me and she said, you tested positive. How are you feeling? I said, Miss, I just finished teaching a virtual Zoom class. She said, you're lucky. And I said, no, I'm blessed. Nothing else could have showed me, because this literally knocks you down. You have no sense of taste, no sense of smell, no desire to leave your bed. I text each client, called each client one by one. I said, it's not like me to cancel. I said, but I'm not feeling well. So I go to work in the evening and I'm fighting through it. And I was able to get through the rest of the day. The next day I rested. By that Saturday, I was working out again. So I'm sweating it out because I think working out cures everything. And then by that Tuesday, I was hit, and I was hit like I got hit by a truck. All I could do was sleep and wake up to hydrate and go back to sleep again. I was sick before I knew that I came into contact with someone. At that time, I tried to call the CDC for my very first time. The first thing they asked was, did you come into contact with anyone? I said no. They asked me what my symptoms were. I told them I was missing a few of the key ones, but the cough was what concerned me enough to call. Then days later, that's when it was brought to my attention that I came into contact with someone. I went to a testing site near me at Stony Brook Hospital. They refused to take me the first day, and they said, we can't take you without an appointment. I said, I called, I'm waiting for a call back. They said, we're sorry, we can't help you, call the hotline. Call the hotline, the wait time was 365 minutes, approximately 5 to 6 hours. So the guy tells me at the testing site, he said, tomorrow morning, I can't guarantee, but you can come back 7 a.m., there'll be a trauma unit set up. At that time, they most likely would take anyone off the street. So I went back the next day like he instructed me to do, and they tested me. And I had already been sick for approximately about 10 days leading up to that. That Friday, now I'm at the end of my symptoms. I taught an aerobics class via Zoom that Sunday. I went to try to get tested after it. Now I'm at the end of my sickness, but I wanted to get tested because, like I said, now I know that I was in contact with someone who tested positive. They tested me that Monday, and that Friday they called me and they said, you tested positive for COVID-19.
Darkness all around me. I got rise.
They began to instruct me that I had to stay quarantined at home for 2 weeks, that my children and the people that live in my home are considered positive. Right away, I'm just like trained to turn a negative around. Every moment that I had a chance to do what I would normally do, I did. Every day that I felt well enough towards the end to work out, I did. And I just feel like I have to go harder to do what I was set out to do, and that's to get people healthy. You know you're special, you know you're different, but you don't even know how to go about that. You don't even know how to be confident about that. Growing up overweight, for me, it was something that at that time, I didn't know how to change it. And the moment that I did, I was 16 years old, and I joined the first gym that I belonged to, which later became, my very first job. Because I was exposed to aerobics classes and the group camaraderie of having a coach and having a gym and having that support, I fell in love with that. The weight loss was setting the foundation for something greater that I didn't even know until later what that was gonna be. And I began to just look at myself differently. It allowed me to unleash this beast. When you're training your body, you're really training your mind. So when I look back at it, I was that determined. And that alone just is not very common. And that's why I always knew that I was meant to help people. I dissect fitness from a whole different approach than many of my counterparts. The process of gaining those results taught me that I'm capable, right? Taught me that if when I go to the fridge and I say, no, don't eat that, and I practice it. Now I'm working on my mental piece. Then that excitement allows me to keep digging deeper, further. Now I can work on more of the mindset. Like, remember, you lost that first 15 pounds. You didn't think you could, right? Now you know that you can lose the next 15. We just gotta work a little harder. If you practice a certain lifestyle, if you adopt a certain amount of habits, and you believe in a few key things, you can really change your whole life. Fitness is my life. It's what I do. It's the way I live. It's what I love. They been testing me like ACT, but now I promise mama I'ma ace it. But when you actually put it to action and you see things changing, then it increases your faith to know that it's real. And that has become my life. I feel like my life was spared because I have a purpose. That's how I look at it. No other way.